What's good everybody, Alpuldogan here back with another Sparking Zero video, and as you already know from the title, I will be going through what I think are the top 10 best characters in Sparking Zero. This video will be purely based off of the DP ranked scene in Sparking Zero. Of course, I am currently sitting at S5 in ranked, very close to top 500, so I would like to think that I kinda know what I'm talking about when it comes to like a discussion like this about Sparking Zero. But before we get into discussing anything about Sparking Zero, make sure to go down there, leave a like and subscribe to support the channel, of course, and let's get right into this top 10. Starting this list out though, I do want to make one honorable mention. This is one character I was thinking of, and I was kinda wanting to have him on the top 10, but he just missed out, sadly. And this character is going to be my boy Gotenks, a character against whom I've gone up quite a bit in ranked, especially on the higher ranks. Gotenks is basically a very speedy character, very fast combos, very cool hacks. What I call hacks is just stuff that you can actually cheese in the game, right? That can help you out quite a bit in a match. He does have 3 transformations, but personally for Gotenks, I do really love his Super Saiyan transformation, and I think that it is the best performing one out of all of them. False Courage is a massive reason to why this is a thing. It is an ability that costs 1 blast stock, which makes it able so the first few hits of your opponent don't actually stagger you when they are actually hitting you. So you can very easily pair this up with like a grab or a sidestep outside of an opponent's combo or something like that, or maybe just do a super or an ultimate or just counter them almost as if they're not even hitting you, right? And the other thing that Gotenks does really have that is a very nice thing, it is his very annoying unblockable galactic donuts. There's not really much I can really say about galactic donuts. It's just a move you can't block. You always have to vanish it or sidestep it, but if he is very close to you, vanishing it is basically the only hope you have, because if you're blocking, you're just cooked. And it being a super attack means that he can do it quite a few times without the need of having spark and everything like that, right? But enough about Gotenks. Let's get into the actual top 10 list right here, and I do want to start this out with 2 characters who are both going to be holding down that 10th spot. Yes, I know, it is a little weird having 2 characters hold down a single slot, but you'll kind of get why when I actually get into it. Dr. Gero and Android 19 are gonna be our shared 10th spot right here. Both of these characters play basically identically to each other. Even their combo strings are basically just almost identical, but what really makes them special is how broken and annoying these guys are when they do their grab. And what this grab does is steal away your HP, your ki. It gives them resources while taking them away from you. And although this doesn't really seem like the worst thing ever at first, right? Because at the end of the day, you can just tech their grab and not get hit by it. But what really makes them annoying as hell is the fact that they both have false courage. False courage makes it so you can't actually stagger them out of a grab, which makes it able for them to grab you while you're actually doing a combo on them, which is just one of the most broken things ever that I have come across in rank, because sometimes you're just forgetting and you're like, okay, I caught them off guard, I'm gonna go with a quick little combo right here, but nope, they have false courage up, they turn around and they grab you and you lose HP. And the thing is that they start out with 2 ki blast stocks, so they basically have 2 free false courages right at the start of the game, and they can immediately go full offensive on you and you can't do anything about it. I do want to mention though that Dr. Gero does get some extra stats from his false courage, so if you want to, this could just be Gero here instead of Android 19, but they play so identically, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna have both of them on top 10. Now, for our 9th spot on the list, oh brother, this guy is one of my most hated characters in this game, but you know how it is sometimes, bro. Even though I hate him, I still gotta respect the hustle. Dr. Willow. For a lot of people, this might be a character you didn't even know existed. He is coming in as the villain in one of the earlier Dragon Ball movies. He's a giant character. Probably my least favorite type of character to go up against in ranked, and if you've been part of my streams, you will know how much this guy actually haunts me. Please, for the love of God, no giants. Please. I did not want to— oh no, the moment I see Hyperbolic Time Chamber, I just— there's no way, bro. It's the first match, bro. Starting out with the obvious stuff, giant characters cannot be staggered by characters under a certain power level. If you're trying to run like maybe Yajirobe or like Berter or maybe like Videl, they won't be able to actually stagger some of these giant characters, and Willow is part of those giant characters. Their grab hitbox is wider than Choji. They have one of the worst things ever added in a Dragon Ball game. This stupid Dash. Unblockable. With tracking that puts pre-time skip Naruto to shame, bro. But what really puts Willow above the rest is the fact that he has an instant sparking mode, which, it just makes you able to do this. He has an unblockable rush attack, and the fact that he costs 4 DP, bro. 4 DP. Whose idea was it for a giant character to cost only 4 DP? Anyway, yeah, number 9 spot, Willow. Let's move on. Coming in at number 8 is going to be someone you would have probably thought to be a little higher on this list, but I think he's actually very perfectly placed right where he is right now. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, the world-renowned king of BT3. He is back in Sparking Zero to be part of a top 10, and it's definitely not undeserved for him. Absolutely insane character when it comes to how fast his combos are, the amounts of damage that he does with basically any attacking move that he does on you. You are basically just gonna lose 2 bars of HP if you get hit by anything that this guy does. Combining that with a defensive ability on Wild Sense and an instant spark ability with power up to the very limit, and you've got yourself an absolute damage monster that's pretty hard to deal with. The only 2 things that are really holding this guy down for me is him missing out on an unblockable move. He doesn't have an unblockable move. You can pretty much just block all of this guy's super attacks and or ultimate moves, and more importantly, the fact that this guy costs 10 DP. Him being this high on DP means that your team variety and size is going to suffer like quite a bit, right? He's gonna be the only insane character you're gonna have on the team. It's either that or you're gonna have to run 2 characters. So you'll probably find yourself losing just because you couldn't rely on at least like 1 extra character on the team. But that's basically the things that really kind of hold this guy down and have him on the 8th spot for me. And now, number 7th on our list is gonna be another fusion. Yeah. I know.
Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
And it is going to be Kefla. She was one of the characters I was pretty excited about when the game first released. Seeing how they treated her in Fighters and how cool she was over there, I thought Sparking Zero would deliver, and oh boy, they did. Kefla is tied with Gotenks as the lowest DP base fusion character at only 6 DP, and for what she does, she might just as well be the most valuable 6 DP character in the game. A lot of variety on your teams, and pair that up with the fact that she does have Wild Sense on her base form, that means that she's a very solid pick to have, even non-transformed, on your teams. But what really makes her special are her other 2 transformations. Having False Courage on her first transformation makes this character absolutely insane. False Courage is pretty good on weaker characters who can't really afford to take too much hits and everything like that, but having it on a character like Kefla, with the damage and speed that she has, you are basically guaranteed to win every clash or just get out of anything while being massively rewarded with a combo with her, right? Not to mention the fact that her ultimate in Super Saiyan is unblockable, which gives her access to the Ki Blast spamming into an old cheese that is almost always going to hit. And then there is also her Super Saiyan 2 transformation, which gives you an instant sparking ability into one of the most cheesable ults in the game. You can quite literally just dash behind your enemy, press your ult, and you're always going to land it and do 2 free bars of damage, no matter who you're up against. This does earn Kefla a very solid 7th spot in this list. But the next pick is very lore accurate, because overshadowing Kefla and earning the 6th spot for himself in this list is going to be Ultra Instinct Goku. UI Sign Goku has the luxury of being his own character, coming in at 8 DP, which I think is the sweet spot for a character as good as he is. When you look at his UI Sign form, there's not really too many crazy stuff going on. He is missing a defensive ability, I mean, other than him just, you know. He does have an instant sparking ability though, which of course always helps out, but the real fight does start when you get his transformation off, which not only heals you up, but also gives you a full bar of ki to work with. What I usually love doing with him is instantly throwing my Ultra Barrage, which has 0 travel time, by the way. You just blink to your enemy from anywhere in the map. Pairing this with the fact that this guy has Ultra Movement, which is basically just Wild Sense but with a way cooler name, and an instant sparking ability, this makes him an insane character. Very well deserving of number 6. And oh yeah, of course, But going into the top 5, this is where things get juicy, baby. Because on our number 5 spot, we have none other than the savior of Earth himself, Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan. Honestly, just Teen Gohan overall as a character is absolutely amazing. He literally just has basically every single thing you'd want on a character. Defensive mechanic? Yeah, how about 3 of them? Each for every single version of him. You want an instant spark? Oh, how about one on each of his Super Saiyan forms? Wait, what you saying? You want an unblockable ult as well? Yeah, man. I mean, you've got the father-son Kamehameha. This guy only costs 4 DP to play, by the way. His Super Saiyan 2 form is only 7 DP. Yeah, I don't know what's with Dragon Ball games and Gohans, especially Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, but this guy is always made into one of the most broken characters in the game for no reason. Actually, I do know the reason. They call this boy him hot. Up next, on number 4, the bold, muscular alien Jiren. Jiren is a character that, just like Gohan, does literally everything in the game. And when I say everything, I mean it. He has his own explosive wave on both of his transformations, Ki Pressure and Ki Storm, making him unable to be hit by a full combo the moment he has 2 Ki Blast stock at any point in the game. An instant spark ability, Strength is absolute, which does lead into a massively hard-hitting, unblockable ultimate. Yeah, it's sounding real familiar right now, isn't he? But the reason Jiren is above Gohan in this ranking is because he has one thing that Gohan doesn't: meditation. If you have 4 blast stocks, you can pop this ability and it will heal you a full bar of HP for you. And the whole thing is pretty fast as well, so you can do it after hitting someone with an ult or the moment your opponent switches or anything like that. And I don't know if you guys noticed this as well, but full power Jiren feels to me like the ultimate comeback character. Like, I've lost so many matches against someone where Jiren has just 1v4'd all of my characters. That's why he really deserves this number 4 spot. But oh baby, top 3. Now this is where stuff gets nasty. This next character I'm about to show you is someone I never thought I'd be using in a modern Dragon Ball game. Much less be the character that got me to my S5 rank, Yajirobe. Where do I even start with this guy, man? A 2 DP character, basically costing nothing. He has a very easy heavy finish to hit in his combos. His counter as well is heavy finish, which means that every single time you counter an enemy, you're gonna stun them for a bit. Instant spark ability with his super unyielding spirit, an unblockable super in Kablam attack, another super that you can cheese due to how fast this guy can actually charge. What if I told you that all this stuff is not the main reason why he's here? The first character in the game to apparently be closing in on a nerve, Yajirobe has proved that Bandai just doesn't give up. But onto the penultimate spot of the list, number 2, one of the most annoying, broken, bullshit characters in the game, Z Broly. Hopefully you enjoy instant sparking, you greedy because you will have the same exact instant spark ability on all 3 of this guy's forms. Oh, what's that? That's not enough for you? How about a super explosive wave as your ult on your base form? Why not make your opponent scared of dashing into you whenever you have your spark up? You can also have Wild Sense, because he definitely needs even more stuff in his base. His restricted Super Saiyan form honestly kind of pales in comparison to his base. You do lose Wild Sense for Saiyan Spirit and lose super explosive wave for Eraser Cannon, but it's fine. Remember how Giants had super armor against some characters below a specific power level? Well, how about giving that super armor to a monstrous 8-foot tall man who is faster than my father coming back after I win the lottery? Add to that an explosive wave, an instant spark, an unblockable grab super, and an unblockable ultimate, and you get this. I don't want to see this guy anymore, man. But speaking of nightmares that keep coming back no matter what you do, we have our number 1 character on this list. And I'm gonna give you a hint. He is another fusion. Because coming in as the best character in the game currently is going to be Super Vegito. Just look at this.
For my ultimate attack, you're going down!
That, my dear viewers, is called Bullshit Image Strike, or as I like to call it, the cock chair ability, because you are forced to sit there and look at this nonce dodge every single thing you throw at him, with no limit, for over 10 seconds. 10 seconds. And by the time those seconds are up, He has it again! And I don't even have to talk about the other stuff this guy has. It literally doesn't matter. Like, if he didn't have After Mid Strike, this guy would unironically not even be on this list. That might be kind of harsh, honestly. But having this broke-ass ability on a character that does the amounts of damage that Vegito does, with 2 different blast super attacks, like, bro, why does he not have the final Kamehameha as an ultimate? Why does he have 2 blasts? That makes no sense! And he has a whole other transformation, which, to be fair, I would say is the worst 10 DP character in the game, but he still has it. And oh yeah, also his base form, Explosive Wave, and he only costs 7 DP. And I know what you're thinking. You saw all 10 characters, you're like, wait a minute, where's Gogeta Blue? Alpel, stop playing with me, bro. And I will be real with you, man. For the amount of DP that he costs, he just really doesn't have anything special, man. He does have the Stardust barrier, which honestly is pretty good when it comes to like deflecting basically every single blast, super attack, or ultimate in the game. Kinda takes 5 years to go out, and you can't use it while you're stunned. If you could use it while you were stunned, it would have been so much more better, but you can't do that. And instant transmission, bro, you've got like 5 different characters who do instant transmission who cost like 5 DP, man. Just go use them. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. Of course, like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.